Well, good morning and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. You know, I've said for years that a lot of times, and especially national politics or politics at the federal level, um, your guy bad, my guy good, even if they say the same thing. And what people ought to realize now is that a lot of times when these people are saying things, it's only in the name of partisanship. So there's this article in Town Hall on townhall.com that's entitled, If This is the Reaction to the Senate Democrats' First Move on the Spending Bill, they'd better rethink it. Dude named Matt Vespa, who I really enjoy reading, wrote this. He said, We're heading for a shutdown on today. The government will close its doors, and it's the fault of the Senate Democrats who failed to advance the House 6-month continuing resolution. They want to short-term CR this session to death and disrupt the GOP from their plans of passing a slew of crucial domestic items, like making the Trump tax cuts permanent, finishing the border wall, and securing our southern border. They also want to shut down the Department of Government Efficiency, whose work of uncovering wasteful spending and political class pork has hit close to home. Usually, we all hate CRs, and you've watched this podcast, and I've said CRs are crap. Do a budget for real, please, because all that's doing is kicking the can down the road. But the big prize of passing that budget reconciliation package is really too good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty doggone close. Chuck Schumer, however, boasted about the GOP not having the votes for cloture this afternoon, as every Democrat refuses to break ranks. Why? Because they are not independent thinkers who are just doing the right thing. No, they're towing the line because they know where the money is. They know where the money comes from. They know where the money for their reelection campaigns come from. They know where the money comes from USAID. They know where the money comes from the NGOs, and they want to stay on the good side of people like Chuck Schumer. So today, Wednesday afternoon, after Senate Democrats met to discuss a looming potential government shutdown for Friday, if a bill is not passed in time, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Minority Leader, Democrat from New York, revealed that his party is prepared to shut down the government. On Tuesday night, the House voted mostly along party lines to pass a continuing resolution, with all Republicans but one, Senator Tom Massie of Kentucky, unifying behind the bill. Democrat Representative Jared Golden of Maine also voted for it, especially with one of their own, Senator Rand Paul, Republican from Kentucky, indicating that he's opposed to the CR because Rand Paul is opposed to CRs in general, for sure. Republicans needed that many more Democrats to cross the aisle in order to break the filibuster. John Fetterman, Democrat from Pennsylvania, has reportedly indicated that he'd vote in favor of the CR. But maybe what he already knows is this, that if we don't get there, he doesn't really have to do it. So he's already posted on X that he would not shut the government down, but four Democrats votes would be needed. Republicans do not have the votes to invoke cloture on their continuing resolution. Schumer revealed, pointing out how his caucus supposedly unified. Democrat unity supposedly has to do with a 1-month CR that Democrats have drafted, which is not what has passed the House. That bill, which passed, funds the government until September. That is the bill that the Republicans passed in the House earlier this week. So what Schumer wants to do is this awful bait and switch, pass our bill, which does not codify the tax Trump cuts, so does not send money to the border, does not continue to fund the Department of Government Efficiency. So it gets nothing done that the Republicans are trying to get done. So first, who the heck would take what lunatics in the House Democratic caucus have to say seriously? Second, It is the initial reaction to the Senate Democrats' move, which is to push the government towards closure. Everyone calling Chuck, they're calling Chuck Schumer shut down Schumer. Maybe they should rethink this strategy. Democrats have also overplayed their hand during the first Trump presidency when they shut the government down over illegal aliens. Remember? So will there be a repeat here? Will voters be seeing right through their game? I hope by doing this video that we see right through the game. Do you remember when there are a lot of Republicans who were not excited about the CR and the hand wringing and the pearl clutching from the Democrats about shutting down the government and military people not getting paid and grandma not getting a social security check? And you remember? Now, shut down Chucky is like, screw him, because he doesn't really care about the military getting paid, although they'll get paid because he already knows that. He doesn't really care about grandma getting a social security check because she's going to get her check, and he already knows that. He knows that. He knows that already. Will this shutdown hurt Senate Democrats or hurt Democrats? Matt thinks so. I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think people care to that level. I don't think it'll hurt them at all. And usually when shutdowns occur, the party who's in charge, who has the majority, usually gets the blame for it. And Republicans have done not nearly enough, long enough, to get into this, the psyche of the American public to find out who's responsible really for this particular shutdown. So they just see Trump. Trump shut down the government. Now, I know and you know that that's not true. I know and you know that that's just the opposite. Really, that's just the opposite. We know that. But what we have to deal with is that not everybody knows what we know. And not everybody knows what we know to the level by which we know it. So Trump will be getting the blame for service people not getting their paycheck, or grandmas not getting their social security check, and kids in school not getting free lunch now because of the government shutdown. I told you what they're good at is the drama and the chaos. And there's going to be, and if somehow this CR doesn't get passed, there will be massive drama and massive chaos. It'll all be bullcrap, but it'll be loud. It'll be super loud. So what needs to happen is Republicans need to, first of all, be ready for it, be as loud with the truth, get out into as many arenas as possible. Now, I get accused of getting paid by the right-wing extremists anyway. So if they wanted to send me I don't know, few dollars, I guess I'd take it. But all I'm doing is telling you what I'm telling you now. This is not an audition to get paid, because first of all, that's stupid and it's not going to happen. So it's going to be super important for them to be able to push back on this fast on X, on social media, on the traditional sources, of course, the conservative sources like Breitbart and Town Hall and Red State, and be out there, get in front of this. Will they? Sadly, no. They will not. They will end up taking the blame for it, and that'll just put the whole thing, I don't know, the whole plan behind for another 6 months. Having the government shut down won't save a bunch of money. It'll continue to have those people who are in USAID shredding documents. They'll somehow continue to shred documents. You heard about that, right? Yeah, we'll talk about that in another video. In any case, we got to get out of here and make room for somebody else. So until we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye-bye now.
Welcome to the Morning Report, a production of fightbackmedia.com, the #1 source of urban conservative information in America.